What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Mxney Grand National Series. I accidentally tabbed out of the game and it ended the recording, so second time's the charm. Yeah. Clint Boyer, your pulse hitter here from Auto Club, with the 9 of Scott Riggs, who is outside. Pace car about to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. There he goes. The field now in control of Clint Boyer. Or Clint Boyer now in control of the field, I should say. And the green flag waves. We are racing from Auto Club. First lap is in the books here from the Auto Club Speedway. Clint Boyer leads the first lap, but here comes Scott Riggs, who is inside now down the front straightaway. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Riggs gonna have to back off. Boyer gets a better run higher up on the racetrack. And here we go. Now to the high side. 4 wide. Further back. The 8 of Dale Jr. makes a move by Bill Elliott and a bunch of other cars. He's going to gain a ton of spots down the front straightaway as we complete yet another lap here from the Auto Club Speedway. Side by side once again for the lead. As Scott Riggs back to the inside of Boyer, can't do anything there. Here comes Kyle Busch. Can he go up and block that 5 car? He does, but Busch switches it up, goes underneath that 9 car. Can he send it in? No, he cannot. That outside just has too much grip. The higher up the track you are, the more speed you can carry through these corners. But man, these guys definitely, that's definitely not going to scare these guys away from trying to send it in there and slide up in front of some of these guys. Look at Dale Jr. way up high to the very top of the racetrack. Going to try to arc it down, gets a good exit. Now down the back straightaway once again. He's got Harvick in tow, and he's going to have a big run down the back stretch. Here comes Harvick now to the inside. That's going to stall them out just a little bit. But Jr., once again, that high line. Watch as he flies through these corners. That high line good for holding people off. But the shorter way around the track seems to be just as good. Got some great racing here from Auto Club. The field's starting to break up just a little bit. A couple cars starting to try and break away as you see Bill Elliott in the 32 working his way up to the front. Riggs back to the bottom. Boyer just going to give it to him. And now Riggs going to lose 2 spots possibly, as here comes Kyle Busch to follow that 2 car through. He followed Boyer, and he's going to try to take advantage of Riggs not being able to carry that momentum without sliding out the banking into him. And here comes the 8 of Martin Truex. Excuse me, I keep saying Dale Jr. That's Martin Truex Jr. in the 8 car this weekend. Dale Jr. drove it at Daytona last week here in the Grand National Series, but Truex is driving it this week. And here comes the 21 of Harvick to his outside. Hamlin in the 20 with a run behind Harvick. He's going to pull to the inside now. They're 3 wide. Hamlin in the middle. He's going to clear the 8 of Truex. Further back, Truex with a push from the 32 of Bill Elliott. Now here comes the 42 on the high side, Juan Pablo Montoya. Not just a rookie in this series, but also in the EMG Cup Series. Casey Atwood in the 27 now behind Bill Elliott. Elliott goes up top. He's going to fall in line. Lots of switcheroos down the back straightaway here. Heading into turn 3. That 5 car way up high. He's going to get a huge run through 3 and 4. Look at that speed Kyle Busch is carrying out of the corner. Boyer goes up to block it. He's going to lead yet another lap. Here comes the 15 of Paul Menard up into the mix. Menard raced last night in a truck race as well. Was off the pace. Had some issues with his 51 truck. Looking to get some redemption for that and try and score a win here in the Money Grand National Series. And tomorrow, of course, is the MG Cup race as well. Here comes Hamlin way up high into 20 once again. That Rockwell Automation Chevy absolutely flying through these corners. And now down the front straightaway, he's going to get a draft from Boyer as Boyer pulls back up. He's going to stay side by side with Kyle Busch in that Lowe's number 5 machine. Here comes the 22. That's David Strimmy into the mix as well here. 3 wide once again. We are at that point to where we'll have to take our first break of the day. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Auto Club Speedway. Racing still tight as ever. Lots of competitive cars towards the front here. Man, Auto Club with a competitive field, man. This is absolute greatness. This is amazing. Some fantastic stuff. You gotta love it. Nobody able to quite run away. This isn't like a plate track exactly, but they race like it. You see how much they have to lift off the throttle. But man, with the amount of lines and grooves there are for guys to keep their momentum and the amount of competitive cars there are in the field, you see this big pack. There's 1, 2, the top. What is this? All the way back to Brad Coleman in the 18. The top 15 all right here. The 10, Dave Blaney. His teammate, Bill Elliott, right in front of him. And then further back, there's a break before you get to Mark Mitchell in the 11 car. Is that Mark Mitchell or Mason Mitchell? Now I'll look at the roster after this. Look at Bobby Hamilton Jr. going down to block that 12 of Hornish. And now here comes Kelly Byers on his outside, followed by Greg Biffle in the 16. Biffle on the top of 3 wide now, as the 03 of Todd Bodine moves to the bottom. And here comes the 0 of Eric McClure up into the mix as well. Meanwhile, out in front is still Clint Boyer, but here comes Kyle Busch with a run. Boyer goes up the block. He's not quite going to get there. Didn't trust that Busch wouldn't wreck him. And Kyle Busch now going to try to take the lead. Boyer drives it in deep to the bottom. Here he goes. Can he get it to stick? Going to slide up in front of that 5 car. A bit of a slide job here. Sent it in deep. Slides up in front of the 5. The 5 now with competition from the 20 of Hamlin. He's not going to be able to cross him over. And they're going to be almost 3 wide heading down into turn 1. Here comes the 20 of Hamlin to the inside. The 5 of Kyle Busch. A slightly higher line than the 2 of Boyer. Here now off the corner. Will that benefit him? That extra bit of banking, will that give him a little bit more momentum? Looks like it will as he heads down the back straightaway, but he's got nowhere to go. Now he clears the 20 of Hamlin. He's going to follow in line behind the 2 car. Here comes the 15 of Paul Menard. He got a little bit tight there. Had to lift up off the gas. Menard with the momentum. Cuts to the inside of Kyle Busch. Busch trying to block. Still blocking him down the front straightaway. Decent racing here from Auto Club Speedway. The top 3 trying to break away, but the way they are racing, nobody is going anywhere here. So you see the Truex, or the 8 of Truex up high, going absolutely nowhere with that car. Didn't get it right that time by. Some of these cars just not handling that high line very well. It's about time for us to take another break. We will be right back after this. Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway. We have a new leader. It's the 5 of Kyle Busch, but he has not gone anywhere quite yet. He's got some competition behind him. The 15 of Paul Menard. He's going to get a great run off turn 2 here. To the outside of Clint Boyer. Can he get some help from the 21 of Harvick? Harvick couldn't slide in line in time. Hamlin's going to take advantage. Watch it from our fan cam here. You can see just how big this pack of cars is. Huge group here as we head through 3 and 4. Now coming off turn 4. Down the front straightaway once again to the start-finish line. Kyle Busch is going to lead yet another lap. But Menard clears for second, and here comes Hamlin with a push from the 59. That's Marcos Ambrose. In the 59 car, rookie Marcos Ambrose looking to make some headway here. Is Ambrose from Australia coming over to America, racing some stock cars over here in the Money Grand National Series, driving for JTG Racing. See what he can do. He's trying to get himself acclimated to these ovals. Looks like he already knows what he's doing. The way he's running here today, up inside the top 3. Now on the top of 3 wide, he's got the preferred line really entering turn 1. 4 wide here heading into turn 1. Boyer's going to take that line away from him. Can Ambrose get the momentum through the corner that he needs? Not quite. Getting another flyby here down the back straightaway. And another one. Man, these guys are flying. Over 190 around this racetrack. Now we've got a slower car, Carter in the 40. I want to say Matt Carter. I don't remember his name either, but he is way off the pace. Doesn't look like, well, there's a chance we might catch him by the end of this thing. Kyle Busch and Clint Bowyer side by side for the lead once again. Bowyer getting a taste of his own medicine, because every time he pulls to the inside of that 5 car, Kyle Busch just lets him have it. Entering the corner, and Bowyer has to lift on exit. Here comes Marcos Ambrose with a run. Ambrose to the inside. Marcos Ambrose side by side with Bowyer, but he's going to get fended off here, I believe. Drives in there deep, doesn't have a good angle into the corner. He's going to have to let off a little bit. Can he slide up in front of the 22 of Strimmy? He has enough room, but Strimmy, too big of a run, gets to his outside. Down the front stretch once again. Laps left here. Less than 10 to go. Here comes Bowyer once again. Another run. Gonna try it again. If he could get some help down there on the bottom and get probably half a car length on that 5 car, he could probably try it. But now here comes Hamlin to the inside. Way inside. Both of them have to let off big time. And here comes the 22 of Strimmy up into the mix. Strimmy gets the run from the high side. They're going to go side by side in front of him. 1 car way up against the outside wall is Truex. Truex trying to find somewhere to go here. Make up some ground, but didn't have a big enough run. Now Strimmy behind Bowyer. Right on his back bumper here. Going to give him a good push off the corner. Bowyer, where is he going to go with it? Decides to hop back in line and wait. But now here comes Strimmy. Here comes Strimmy to the bottom. David Strimmy is going to force Bowyer up high. Bowyer is going to take advantage of that. He's got a huge run through the corner. Maybe Bowyer was waiting on it. This is what he needed. Clint Bowyer to the high side. He's going to go back to the lead here from Auto Club Speedway as they're side by side heading down into turn 1. Oh boy, here we go. 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. And nobody backing out this time. Hamlin not going to get the momentum off the corner. But he's going to almost have some help. Todd Cleaver hops to the high side. David Strimmy once again trying to get low. Not quite as low as everybody else, but still relatively low on the racetrack. It's a little bit of a run off the corner. He's got a pretty decent run actually on Bowyer down the front straightaway, but again goes to that inside. Nothing he can do down there. Boyer's going to pinch him off. Oh, but he's kind of got that nose in front. Can he do anything with it? No. Does not have the grip to hold that run on the bottom. Boyer's going to pull back in front. He's going to clear the 22 machine. That Supercuts Dodge looking extremely fast, though. If he can find a way by that 2 car, I reckon he'll be hard to pass. 21 of Harvick had to back off. Now comes the 26 to Todd Cleaver back into the mix. He's got Hamlin underneath. Here comes Montoya. Here comes Bill Elliott with a push from Montoya on that high side. Can he get to the outside of Harvick? No, he can't. Side by side for the lead. Once again, heading down in the turns 1 and 2. Clint Bowyer doing what he does best, holding on to that lead from David Strimmy. A bunch of MG Cup guys duking it out here. Auto Club in the Money Grand National Series. Could this be a preview of tomorrow's race? Can we see David Strimmy possibly race for the win against Clint Bowyer tomorrow? I don't know. We'll find out in a day's time, but for now, we got an amazing battle in our hands. They are 4 wide behind into the corner. Luckily, there are like 8 lanes here. But man, 4 wide in general is just nerve-wracking when you're watching it. Here comes Harvick now to the bottom. Looked at 3 wide. Elliott hopped back in line. He's going to get the draft. He's going to chop the nose of that 21. Harvick had to check up big time. Here comes Scott Riggs with a run. He's up behind Hamlin. Where's Riggs going to go? Riggs stays high. Trying to clear the 21 of Harvick. He does, finally. Uh-oh, Matt Carter. Way off pace in that number 40. It also looks like a JTG car. Uh-oh. We feared that they might end up catching this number 40 machine. He is there. Unless he can hit the jets and find some sort of speed here and avoid getting put a lap down. As we come to the white flag, he might affect the outcome of this race. White flag in the air one more time around for David Strimmy, who's taking the lead from Bowyer. Finally managed to find the way past that 2 car, but Bowyer up high, trying to get the run. Didn't arc it in well. Here comes Hamlin with a huge head of steam. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Heading down the back stretch, Strimmy in the draft of that 40 machine. The 2 of Bowyer, where's he going to go? Strimmy down low, the 40 goes low. Right in front of Strimmy. Here comes Bowyer up high, side by side off turn 4. Clint Bowyer to the high side, to the middle, gets checked up. David Strimmy is going to finally see the checkered flag. He wins at Auto Club. What a race. Strimmy took the bottom, used the lap car as a pick, and he's going to roll in a victory lane. What a race, what a move by Strimmy. We questioned him taking the bottom there with a lap car right there in front of him, but it seemed to have paid off. David Strimmy sees the checkered flag. He gets the win here today, and that's going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time, and until then, peace.